So I forgot how to make videos. Hey, be a squid and subscribe to my mediocrity. How's it going, everyone? I'm back. It's been a week. It would have been probably less of that, but yeah, it was just a fucking mess. I've got some interesting things to talk about and whatnot, but we're gonna play some more Warframe. Now, I did see a person that was struggling to build the dry dock. It was about Tellurium and Orokin cells. I've already done a video on Tellurium where you guys can farm that up, but we're gonna do Orokin cells today to try and see the best outcome for Orokin cells, because let's be realistic, Orokin cells, you need that for everything. You need it for Forma, you need it for the dry dock, you need it for weapons. It's just one of those resources you pretty much have to have, and if you use a blueprint, you're fucking crazy. Now, there is a couple places you can go to farm Orokin cells, pretty much any Grenier place that, you know, has Orokin cells here, but particularly to me, there is one place that I always do, and it's Exta, I don't know how you pronounce this garbage, but this is the place I pretty much always go, especially if I have a booster, because with a booster, you can end up with like 8 Orokin cells in a single match, and then the other place, I believe, is Gabby, which is meh. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I've tried Gabby a million times with Pilfering Swarm and Hydroid, Necros, you name it, I've done it, and even with a booster, it takes way too long. I gotta be honest, if you have a booster, go to Exta, you'll get out, like, literally every run is like less than 5 minutes, and you'll get way more. If you don't have a booster, I still recommend Exta, because it's a lot faster, and you can clear it more efficiently, especially if you're running Excalibur Umbra, which, you know, you get him from a quest, so without a doubt, you should have Umbra, but overall, I think Exta versus Gabby, it's completely up to you. If you want to do speed runs, Exta. If you're looking for prolonged, I guess, obtaining Orokin cells, then Gabby. If you want to run Hydroid and Necros, but eventually you're gonna want to kill yourself. So it's kind of up to you. So depending on how many Orokin cells you need will kind of depict how long you'll be in this mission. If you need a lot of Orokin cells, well, then you're going to want to explore every nook and cranny to kind of guarantee the most Orokin cells, because you never know. Sometimes enemies will drop them, sometimes there'll be cell arrays just kind of lying around in random, like, hidden spots, so you're going to want to check everywhere if you need an extensive amount of Orokin cells. Personally, for me, I don't really need that many because I'm not building anything right now, actually, that it requires it, but I will need it in due time. But for the most part, if you're trying to speed run, all you gotta do, kill Captain Vor, Lieutenant Lech Krill. They can drop anywhere between 1 to 2 depending on, you know, your RNG, and after that you just extract, rinse, and repeat the process and keep going in until you get enough Orokin cells for whatever you need. Now, how I like to approach this fight is just use the chromatic blade and just beat the shit out of Lech Krill, because he's the one that's going to take the longest to kill. Captain Vor, he'll die basically in like one hit, and you just kind of have to, you know, dance around him for a hot second. But overall, Lieutenant Lech Krill takes a minute because he has to go through multiple phases because, you know, fucking stupid boss fights. I believe Captain Vor is the one that's most likely to drop the Orokin cells out of the both of them. Lieutenant Lech Krill can drop it, but he very rarely does it. Only if you have a booster, you'll get it more commonly, but for the most part, Captain Vor is the one that drops it, and there we go. We got one right now, which, again, like I said, if you need more, just search the whole map and you'll find a couple more. And now we just have to sit here and do this for a straight up hour because God hates us. I'm obviously kidding. It's really not that bad. This mission, if you're just going for Captain Vor, Lieutenant Lech Krill, takes about 5 minutes. It's just annoying because of the phases that Lech Krill has to go through. And the reason you use Chromatic Blade is because the slashes go through him, so he sometimes like will turn around and face you. So you have to be able to just kind of, you know, cut, and then you'll be able to go right through him, and it kind of cuts the back part where the little wire attachments are on his little bag. So once you cut that, then he'll go into flame mode, and then you can just kill him once he's in flame mode, and that's kind of like the whole ordeal here. There's not really a whole lot else going on. What the fuck is this thing? What the shit? Oh, and right here we've got a cell array, and now we get this, and boom, another Orokin cell. So from our first run, we got 2 Orokin cells. RNG as fuck, of course. You know, you might run this 3 times before you get at least 1, but for me, I got 2, so this is by far probably my favorite way to run Orokin cells. It's just RNG or not, I'd rather run this mission 5 times just to get 1 Orokin cell than sit in a survival mission for like 45 minutes for maybe 2. I think the only way I would tolerate Gabby is if I had a booster and I was with friends, just to kind of make it a little bit more lively rather than just kind of sitting there and, you know, solo farming, because solo farming can be very tedious and annoying, and it's not my cup of tea. And also, don't forget to check these little lockers, because they can also come out of there as well. And there we have it. We got 2 Orokin cells from our first run. We've got no boosters whatsoever. Pretty simple. And if we had boosters, we would have likely walked away with either 4 or 6 if we actually had both of the boosters for drop chance and doubling the drops as well. So what if you have those 2 at the same time, you're going to have like 6 or 8, and you just run this for like an hour and you'll have like 100 to 200 Orokin cells for sure. Okay, that pretty much concludes everything. Remember, I am giving away a Mesa Prime. If you guys want to win that, make sure you leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that nonsense, and I will pick a random winner by the end of the month or at the beginning of New Year's. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.